What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Heart Gold Soul Silver walkthrough. This is episode 4. Last episode, obviously, we made our way to Azalea Town, where we are currently standing in front of the Pokemon Center. Obviously, off camera, we went and caught ourselves a little HM slave, as they're colloquially known. Just a little guy to bear all your burdens of unteachable moves. I think I already taught him Rock Smash last episode to get the Shell Bell. I did forget to mention what the Shell Bell actually does. It heals you whenever you do damage based on a percentage of how much damage you do. But today's episode, we are going to get straight into our impending gym battle against Bugsy, the Bug-type gym leader in the Azalea Town gym. Let's see what this guy has to say. Yo, Challenger. Bugsy made this gym. It's a huge nest of bug-type Pokemon. Bugsy's young, but he's a master of bug-type Pokemon. It's going to be tough without my advice. Let's see. Bug-type Pokemon don't like fire. Flying-type moves are super effective too. Well, we don't really have either of those. So we might be in the little pickle here. And as you can see, the puzzle in this gym is there are spiders what you have to get on. And these take you to different areas. So we're going to get on this one. And we're going to get straight into these battles. And we're going to get right into this one. You've come all this way, crossing the web like a bug Pokemon. Allow me to teach you the charms of bug Pokemon. So there's going to be 3 battles in this gym. There's going to be 2 single battles. And then we're actually going to get the chance to do our first double battle, which might not go so well for us, considering we only have this over-leveled monster of a Pokemon and then a level 4. So, probably not in the greatest of situations, but this episode we are going to try and get a new member of the team. I'm not going to spoil who yet. We're gonna make some progress and then maybe come back and do that before the second half of the episode. And I've got a little challenge for the second half of the episode. In order to help keep things moving, keep things flowing. But yeah, so that's the first battle done. And now we just go back. So anytime one of these goes past the little webs, it'll basically go. So anytime it can make an available turn, it will make the turn. So this first one, and then it will go the second one, and then it will go the third one. And then back to the middle. And then we can face this young man in the middle. And this next one, obviously, it's supposed to be a little bit more confusing, but it's simple. It's a kid's game, you know what I mean? So Bug Catcher Benny with 3 Pokemon. His first is a level 7 Weedle, as we're just gonna. It isn't fair. I think we do definitely need a new member of the team. Obviously, the pacing on this episode might be a little quick. It might be a little shorter than half an hour. This one. But this is going to be the second episode uploaded today. The support on the series so far has been massive. So I thought I couldn't. I wanted to stream last night. I was having all sorts of bad luck with the recording of this one, as you'll have obviously found out in episode 3. But yeah, I wanted to stream last night. Couldn't because the episode just took me so long to get out. It was like 11 o'clock by the time I'd finished it. I thought I can't stream at this hour. So I decided I'll leave it. I'll do a double upload tomorrow instead of uploading on once on Friday, once on Saturday. We'll get a double upload Saturday for the early stream for the early season, early series hype and support. But yeah, so that is the second battle down as we gain 408 XP. Puts us at nearly level 22, which is pretty good. Like I say, we are massively overpowered. So if we get rid of that one, we'll face that guy. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to speed up these last 2, and then I'm going to get straight into the Bugsy battle after a little post-com section. This is just a quick post-com section detailing these 2 battles here. This first one will just be a bug catcher with a Paras, which we easily defeat with Chomp, as he gets to level 22 after the first battle. Accidentally opened the settings there, which is a little
error on my part. And in this double battle, they both have one Pokemon. They have a Spinarak and a Ledibur, which we do take out the Ledibur in one hit. Fodder gets to level 5. We try and take out the Spinarak before it can do any more damage. And we defeat the double battle, and I mess up the puzzle and end up back in the middle. But we will be on to the gym leader and back to the live comp.
All right, so we are back, and we are just in front of the second gym leader we will face, Bugsy. This is for the Hive badge, and I'm Bugsy. I never lose when it comes to bug-type Pokemon. My research is going to make me the authority on bug-type Pokemon. Let me demonstrate what I've learned from my studies. So, this is the second gym leader, as I've said, Bugsy. He has 3 Pokemon. Fun fact, he actually leads with his ace, which is something not a lot of gym leaders do. I think he might still, to this day, be the only one who does it. But he's going to send out Scyther, which is a very powerful Pokemon. But we're going to use Ice Fang, which is super effective as Scyther is a flying type. He's going to go down to low health and use his Citrus Berry to heal 30 health. And he's going to use U-turn, which is his gimmick. This is why he leads with his ace, because it knows U-turn, and it's a very high attack stat Pokemon. So that can definitely do a lot of damage. He sometimes uses Leer first and then uses U-turn to do more damage, because Leer obviously lowers your defense. But then other times he uses Focus Energy and maybe tries to go for the crit, which luckily he didn't get this time, because that wouldn't have been fun. He'd have probably... I don't think he'd have one-shot me, but I think it would have put me down to a lower HP than what it would have if he'd have lowered my defense. He's going to use U-turn straight off the bat again, and he's going to go back. But hopefully Kakuna doesn't do too much damage, and we can, heal past killing range. But we're going to use Bite just to not waste another PP on... It's 228. And I just know he's going to get the crit now. Wait, no. Focus energy wears off once you switch out. So you can use U-turn or focus energy all you like. You're just going to die anyway. So we are on the precipice of our third gym badge here. No, second. What am I talking about? Third. We're nowhere near our third gym badge yet. But Chomp grows to level 23 to end this one out as we pick up the Hive badge. Oh, that's the end of it. And 1,800 Pokédollars for winning. And this is a simple battle, especially if you've got an overleveled starter like I had. But whoa, amazing. You're an expert on Pokemon. My research isn't complete yet. Okay, you win. Take this badge. And we receive the Hive badge from Bugsy. And that is that. Do you know the benefits of the Hive badge? If you have it, Pokemon up to level 30 will obey you, even traded ones. Pokemon that know Cut will be able to use it outside of battle too. Here, I also want you to have this, the TM89, which is U-turn, which is obviously his gimmick move, just kind of like how Falconer's gimmick move is using Roost. But we are going to go and activate this here, and I'm actually going to meet you back at the Pokemon Center once we've healed up, because we've got some more stuff to get underway in this episode. So we're back, and we are going to now go west towards the exit of the town, as we are going to be stopped by our rival, and Silver has something to say. Tell me something. Is it true that Team Rocket has returned? What? You beat them? Quit lying. Are you serious? Then let's see how good you are. So this is going to be our second battle against Silver, just after the second gym, and you are challenged by rival Silver, as he's going to send out his Ghastly, which is his first Pokemon, his first new Pokemon. I think actually he's got 2 new Pokemon since we last fought him, because obviously we fought him when we both just had our starters, and this will be the second battle between us, as we one-shot his Ghastly, which I think just goes to show just how over-leveled we actually are and how unfair this game is when you are overleveled. As we nearly one-shot his Bayleaf, it's going to use Reflect, which is going to raise its team's defense, which is not good considering most of my moves are physical attacking moves, but we are going to still eliminate Bayleaf in 2 hits here, and then he's going to send in Zubat next, which is probably, because he set up Reflect, probably going to survive the Ice Fang we're about to use on it, because that is also super effective on his Zubat. As we hit Zubat with Ice Fang, and it literally just about survives and manages to get us with a Supersonic. God damn. Like, it's just so unlucky, like, bro's cheese. That's ridiculous. There's no way I could lose to a wimp like you. Well, you already lost to me once. So... I don't know, Chief. I don't know. You're maybe not as good as you think you are, and I snap out of confusion at the first. I say at the first attempt. It was actually at the second attempt, because you can literally get confused and then break out on the first attempt, which always tends to happen to me when I land confusion, but not to the AI. As we get $1,152 for winning. I hate the weak Pokemon trainers. It doesn't matter who or what. I hate to see them hanging around. That goes for Team Rocket too. They think they are big and tough as long as they are in a group, but get them alone and they're weak. I hate them all. You stay out of my way. You won't be an exception if you get in my way. Well, I'm sorry, but you're just as weak as they are. I have no problems in beating you just as easily as I beat them, as we are now going to make our way into Ilex Forest, the first forest/woodland area of Johto. I never actually mentioned that. This is the Johto region. If anyone didn't know that already, I'm assuming anyone that watches this probably has played these games before and is just coming back. So here he's basically saying we have to go and look for his Farfetch. In the original games, in the Gen 2 versions of these games, you had to catch one, and it was kind of like in a loop, and you just had to chase it around essentially. This one, they've changed it up a little bit by adding the sticks everywhere, and you have to get them to look to you and then go around behind and catch them. And there was also 2, whereas in the original games, there was only 1 that you had to catch, and then you would come back and get your reward. As yes, we do get a reward from gathering these 2 Pokemon for this young man, as we're going to get our first revive here of the playthrough. So if we die in a battle, at least he's gonna look that way. As we go down this way, we're gonna scare him, and he's gonna run to that corner. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna make our way around him. We're gonna get him to look that way, and then we're gonna get him to look towards us, and then go back. And then we're going to catch this one. Qua, you snuck up and caught it from behind before it noticed you. And we now get teleported back to the beginning again. Wow, you got me both of them. Thank you so much. You can't do your job. You require someone else to come and do your job for you. In the big 26, I should get you sacked. You should be done. Kick rocks, bozo. You ain't good at your job. Kick rocks. He's going to give us the HM cut. Because obviously we've just got his Pokemon back because this stupid kid is dumb. He doesn't know how to do his job. This is why we don't hire kids. You know what I mean? It's why kids don't get jobs. So we're going to teach Cut to fodder, as he is our HM slave. We're going to burden him with all of our horrible, horrible moves that we can't remove from our Pokemon once they're on. And Fodder forgot how to use Tackle and learn Cut instead. Now, we're going to get straight in through Ilex Forest, actually, as we need to cut down this tree in order to get to the second section. And as you can see there's a shadow and a few legs at the top of the screen. This is actually the Ilex Forest Shrine. Now, there are 2 in-game events to do with this shrine, none of which we can do. One of them was like a Japanese-only distribution, and the other one is a long since gone event. So one of them is to bring the Pikachu-colored Pichu, which is technically just a shiny Pichu, to the shrine, and you'll get a spiky-eared Pichu. There's a large, formidable tree that looks like it can be headbutted, and that links forward actually to something we're about to do in this section. As we see, did you guys notice that little guy in the clearing down there? We're gonna go see what he's all about. Right after we make our way this way and speak to the Kimono Girl. What's she doing here? Kimono Girl, lost and all alone. Poor girl lost in the dark Ilex forest. What? You remember me from Violet City? You must be imagining. Anyway, will you show me how to get out of this forest? I guess you will. Aren't you lost in the forest as well? How do you know how to get out of here? Well, apparently Crocodile does, even though he's never been here before. Wow, you're going to show me how to get out? You are such a smart Pokemon. See you. So she's going to walk away. So the fact that she is saying that implies that there's more than one of them, because she doesn't remember us from Violet City. She said it was impossible. But we're going to make our way around here and see what this guy in amongst all the trees is about. And I'm surprised this is one of our only couple of encounters. I think we've had 2 encounters so far in the Ilex forest, which is kind of crazy because you expect a lot in somewhere like this because they can spawn on any tile. It's almost like a cave, there's no grass, but Pokemon can spawn. As this guy is gonna headbutt the tree? He's headbutting the tree, so you're telling me I can headbutt the trees? What am I doing? I'm shaking trees using headbutt. It's fun. Here, you should try it with your Pokemon too. Which Pokemon should learn it? So we're actually going to teach us to Chomp, because this links into something, like I said, that is going to be happening next. So we're going to make a room for Headbutt, and we're going to get rid of Scratch, as Headbutt is a better normal type physical attacking move anyway. So we're going to forget Scratch. And actually, I'm going to meet you guys back in Azalea Town because we've got some unfinished business in there. So you may be wondering, why are you stood in front of the tree? So, obviously, we learned Headbutt for the specific reason. Would you like to use Headbutt? Yes. And I've found, I believe, this is the right tree that we're looking for. So trees are separated into 2 groups. You've got Group A trees, and you've got Group B trees. Group B trees just have level 6 to 8 Spearow and Apom. However, Group A trees have level 3 to 5 Spearow, but they also have a chance of spawning a Heracross. And that will be our second member of the team, our second official member anyway, because Fodder's going to come out. He's not a permanent team member, he's just in there, so we have access to all these moves. But considering I've been headbutting trees for a while and I've not found one, I'm obviously just I'm gonna record this and then I'm just gonna cut back when we find one. So this is the 3rd time I found a Heracross. The first time I ran out of Pokeballs. Bruh. The second time I killed it by accident. And this, like I say, is the 3rd time lucky. Come on. 3rd time's a charm. Can we get Heracross for the team? I don't want to have to keep doing this. It's literally, I've been here it's 10 past now. It was like 10:02 when I started this. So I just want to do this. Please, just let me get it. Just let me have it, please. 1, 2. Bruh. I still don't feel like 15 balls is going to be enough. That's absolutely great. Let's try again. We've thrown a pair of balls at it now.
You what?
1, 2.
Oh,
no! Oh. And it uses Endure, and if we'd have been using a move, we would have been able to. Damn it! We're gonna go again. Come on. And not even a wiggle. Oh no. This is not looking good. I don't feel confident. I'm gonna use Rock Smash again. It's gonna use Endure, which is good. So if we do more damage than I intend to, we got a crit. It's down in the red. Come on. This must be it. Surely. Come on. 1, 2, 3. Yes! There we go. We add our second team member to the party, and it is a level 4 male Heracross, one of the strongest Pokemon in this game. I absolutely love Heracross. I've very rarely used it, but as I said in the first episode when we picked our starter, we're going to give basically every Pokemon a name, and this one is going to be called Kratos. He's modelled after a rhinoceros beetle. They have a very aggressive temperament towards one another. They're always battling, and we're going to heal, and we're going to bring him to the front of the party, and we are going to go back to Ilex Forest. Maybe before I get to the end, I might do a little bit of grinding. Maybe get him to like level 10 just before we get back to the end of Ilex Forest, because there's no trainers there. So we're going to go grind him up. We're going to get him up some levels, and then we are going to come back. So just as I've gone to leave to train Heracross, the egg hatched. I was not expecting this. I was literally looking down, and I looked up, moved like 2 steps outside of the Pokemon Center, and here we have it. Stupid little egg that I entrusted you with. Nothing happened to it, and we get this little guy. I'm not going to give him a nickname. He's not going to be used in the team. Professor Elm is calling us like he had a tracker on the egg. A Pokemon hatched from that egg. I knew giving that egg to you was the right thing to do. I just knew it. You should come here and show me what kind of Pokemon it is. So obviously, I think there's something if we go back and show him what kind of Pokemon it is. I don't remember. But I'm going to leave it here. I'm obviously going to jump back to the end of Ilex Forest once we've grinded up Heracross some levels. So we're back, and we are going to make our way through the rest of Ilex Forest. We run into a wild battle, which we will run away from quickly. We need to be as quick as we can here to try and get through the rest of the episode before that 30-minute time limit hits. As we make our way into the tunnel and out to the other side. And here we are on Route 34. There's quite a few trainers on here. Some of them are only accessible by a little bit you can surf down after you unlock it. There's 3 ace trainers. 2 of them you'll fight in a double battle, and 1 of them you will fight on their own. And they have some pretty good Pokemon from what I remember. It took me years upon years to know that they were there. But we're going to take on this youngster here as we look to get Kratos some much needed XP. I think maybe given how many trainers there are on this route, I think I might speed the rest of them up a little bit and maybe do a little bit of post-con, just because we need to sort of wrap this a little bit up, and then we're going to get into the next city in the next episode, and it's a big one. So yeah, we've got a tough gym battle up ahead. I will tell you that for free. Possibly the hardest gym battle in the game, given where it is and how much more challenging the first few gyms are supposed to be. The third one is a real pain in the ass, which is part of the reason why I decided to go out and get Kratos. Just purely because if we didn't have him, we would probably be screwed. It would take a long time, and Chomp would have to get extremely overleveled in order to just walk over that gym the way we did with Bugsy's gym at the start of this episode. But we will get to level 11 after we KO the Sandshrew here. And level 11 comes around, 41 HP, we get +2 attack. Yeah, so that will be another very, very, very powerful Pokemon that we have in Heracross. A single stage, so he won't evolve at any point. But yeah, so we're going to walk past this guy in a minute, and I'm going to kick it to post-comp here.
So here we will just be seeing the few battles before we make it to the next section where there's a cutscene. This guy had a Snubble and a Mareep, and the Mareep really, well, actually both Pokemon caused me a lot of trouble. The Snubble was just lowering my attack, so no matter how much I lowered its defense, it didn't seem to do a lot. But then the Mareep put me down low and paralyzed me, so I had to waste a turn using a paralyzed potion, a paralyzed heal, and then another turn using a super potion. But Kratos goes to level 12 before the end of this one. And a fun thing about two of the trainers on this route, is that they have Pokemon that can't be found in this region. This youngster has a Diglett as well as a Mankey. Mankey can be found in Johto, as we find a Drowsy in the wild, but this girl has 2 Hoppip, and she has a surprising Pokemon in a Bulbasaur in the middle of her party, which is her highest Pokemon. So you would think she'd use it last, but we learn Aerial Ace here, which is going to be a big help in giving some versatility to Kratos. But we're going to go back into the live comp here.
So we are back, and we've just defeated, obviously, all the trainers on that first bit of the route. You can see here there's an old man stood in the road, and Lyra's here, and it's someone's grandpa. Oh my god, it's Lyra's grandpa. Good work, Grandpa. The Pokemon you raised for me has been as healthy as can be. You look fit too. Hi, TJ. Let me introduce you. This is TJ. He's a trainer. He seems to be getting better at raising Pokemon. Well, not as good as you, Grandpa, of course. Follow me, TJ. So, this is the daycare center. You can leave Pokemon here to not only breed, but also in these games, you can level them up. Every step gives them, like, I think it's 1 XP. This is your boyfriend, I see. No way. Hell no. What, Grandma? What are you talking about? He just happens to live nearby. Ha ha ha. I know. Since you brought him here, you must be sure about his talent. Come and see us anytime. So we can leave Pokemon in here, but we're not gonna. We'll just train all our own Pokemon. There's no point. Here's my Pokegear number. So she's gonna give us her number. We can't turn this one down. This is one of the few that you have to take. But I'm just going to ignore her every time she rings us. We are both trainers and we are supposed to exchange numbers. That's all. Maril backed that up. But we're going to walk out here and her grandpa is going to talk to us. I have an idea. I'll give you our numbers. So then we can check on you can check on the Pokemon we raised for you. So he would ring you if 2 of your Pokemon that are in there hatches an egg, and you can ring them to basically see how your Pokemon are doing in terms of breeding and leveling up, I think. But we're going to jump into another quick post-com section, and then we're going to end out the video there.
So just going to get underway in these last couple of battles in this episode before we end it out. This first fight did cause me a lot of bother. Had to send in Chomp and abandon the challenge with Kratos at such low health before I went into this fight. And Chomp wants to learn Flail, but we say no as he levels up. But this second fight just has a Psyduck, and we managed to easily dispatch it with Kratos and the use of our new move, Aerial Ace. But just a short one before we end out this video and head into Goldenrod City next time out.
That's everything on Route 34. We are on the outskirts of Goldenrod City, but Goldenrod City is where we will leave off for today. And tomorrow we will come back and we will get into the sprawling metropolis that is the biggest city in the game, and potentially our 3rd gym battle in our adventure. Thank you all for watching today's 2nd episode. Thank you all for your support on the series so far, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.